Well, to be honest, I think the biggest win was that I now know what steps I need to take, no matter how many times I need to take those steps. I know how to get to the result.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jessica Lohman from Ethical Brand Marketing, and we are with Anna Korlath today. And
Hi.
she is a wonderful illustrator. She's really talented, and she is one of the early adopters of Marketing by Nature, which is a program that helps freelancing creatives in the eco space develop and master marketing and messaging skills in an ethical way so that they stand out and attract mission-aligned clients. And so as an early adopter, she has been really, really engaging in the program and with tons of feedback and tons of exceptional work that she's done throughout this time. We started in mid-November, and the last class was on February 2nd. So it's still very fresh, and we'll just talk today about some of the things that you experienced, Anna, and maybe you have some questions too for me, and we'll just see how it goes. So, Anna, thank you for joining us. And please tell us exactly what you do.
So I'm an illustrator, and I decided in the course of this program to specialize myself into the renewable energy sector, niching down into the renewable energy sector. And I'm doing anything visual storytelling for making this complex subject a little bit more understandable and accessible for everybody.
Yeah, that's really important because I think this whole energy thing that, especially in Europe, that we're going through right now, it's so complicated, and we really need visual storytellers, professionals who know how to take these complex ideas and simplify them so that we can digest them as customers and right. So that's super important. And I was so happy when you found your niche when we were doing that work, because it is hard work. It's mentally challenging, actually. Would you like to say something about that process that you went through?
Yeah. What I actually said to everybody when I talked about the program, it's a bit about like therapy. That it's like you have to go really deep into what you want to do, what your purpose is as a person, not as a business person, but I mean your business will take so much of your time in your life that it's like what you want as a person. So it's getting really personal, and it's hard work. It was like very difficult decisions, but with like a good guide, which you were, Jessica, it was very fun to do.
No, thank you. Yeah, I like that adjective. Marketing can be fun. When you joined, you were one of the first early adopters in the first iteration. And tell us why you joined and what particular problem you wanted to solve when you joined.
Sure. So I wanted to be a freelancer, a successful one for like paying my life with this job. And I know a lot of people who struggle with it, and I struggled with it in the beginning with getting my path, knowing what marketing strategies to do, and finding a way of making a living with my work. And that's why I joined in the end, because I wanted to have a little bit of a support group and also a mentor to get me through the difficult decisions in the beginning of building a business.
Yeah. Yeah. And how far along are you on your business? When did you start again?
Like I made the decision to become a freelancer 1 year ago.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So
And
still
then I
fresh.
started to think about it and yeah.
Yeah. And how do you feel about your problem now?
I'm thinking that it is a lot clearer what I need to do. I still have a lot of work to do in terms of really finding out what I will offer to people.
Mm-hmm.
But I like this will be an ever changing thing, I guess, and it will be developing. But yeah, I think I have now the tools that I
Mm.
didn't have before.
Yeah. 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 Building an offer, that's one thing that we work out in the course. However, every things can't be just like quick, quick, quick. Okay, now I have an offer. Like, so it does take time to nurture and to develop and create, right? So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Were you hesitant to join Marketing by Nature? Do you want to talk
Actually,
about that?
when we had our call, you told me about the project. I didn't even ask about the price, and I already said, I'm in.
Yeah, I love that. Like, and
No, I wasn't hesitant.
I know. And have you taken any other online courses or had a coach for anything else?
2 sessions with a digital strategist before, and we did my origin story together, which I think was very helpful and it gives the business a lot of personality. But we didn't talk anything about niching down
Mm,
or marketing strategy or offer. And that was really what I was missing. So it
mm,
program went much deeper than having this digital strategist telling me every session that we had a bit about what I need to do, but not the path, like the whole path that I
oh,
need to take.
okay. Yeah. Yeah. And tell us about your biggest win that you had during the program.
Well, to be honest, I think the biggest win was that I now know what steps I need to take, no matter how many times I need to take those steps. I know how to get to the result. Even if I now, I don't know, want to build a whole other business, I don't want to, but if I would have the tools, and that's I think the most like that was very very had a lot of value.
Mm. Did you have takeaways? Like, do you have a biggest takeaway from what you learned during this course?
That you need to be very focused and you need to know what you want to do and what your purpose is. And then you also have the mindset to receive the work that you want to get. But it has to be very clear in your head. That's what I
Yeah.
learned.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So what did you find most useful about this program? I mean, you touched on some things, but maybe.
Yeah, for me, the group was really important,
Mm.
and you did a great job choosing the people who are in the program. Um, so like this gives motivation, the
Mm.
group, and then yeah, like I said, this structure that you could theoretically do again and again because now we learned the basics was really helpful. That was
Yeah.
those are the two most helpful things.
Cool. What did you find most challenging about the process of creating your strategy?
That's difficult to answer because
Just pick
everything
one.
was very challenging. um, I think it was more like internal challenges, like finding your personal purpose and deciding on a lot of big decisions that are coming up, how you want to spend your time. That was the biggest one.
Yeah. And you're not alone, because you do, like, for anybody thinking about coming into marketing by nature, your stuff will come up. Like, it just will. And that's a natural process because it's just the deep strategic work. So I do, yeah, talk about these internal struggles, the personal development struggles. But can you say that, like, going through this has contributed to your personal growth and development as a creative professional?
So much, yeah. I
Yeah.
think like I just noticed yesterday with my partner that he also pointed it out, that now I do something that before I did the program was a bit of a challenge for me, like motivating myself to learn something new and to actually initiate learning something new. So that was a very big challenge for me that I overcame with the program.
Oh, I love that. Thank you. That's great. That's great. Yeah, keep that up. Keep that up. Let's see. Did you get any tangible results since you've started? Like, whether it's increase of leads or followers, subscribers, social engagement?
My LinkedIn profile has been a lot more active, so I have a lot more followers. And I also connected with very interesting people during the course of the program. So I got to know a lot of new people that are in the space that I want to go in.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's great. And just as a reminder, nothing, well, I won't say nothing, but marketing does take time, right? So it's not an immediate. So anybody who thinks like, okay, I'll go in this course and then all of a sudden, boom, like generate 10K per month, like immediately, like that's not going to happen. This is not a get rich quick scheme or anything like that. So yeah, marketing, sustainable marketing, ethical marketing takes time. Even normal, traditional, manipulative marketing takes time. So yeah, just everybody does need to know that. I mean, I think a lot of people do, but I also think that people just have this like wishful thinking idea of like, oh, if I do this, then boom, it'll still come immediately, right? Like, even though we want slow fashion, we want slow food, slow processes, and sustainable way of living, we still want immediate results. We're human. So okay, you touched on this. How has becoming part of the Marketing by Nature community, even though we're small right now, we are going to be growing? How has that impacted your networking opportunities or collaborations?
I felt that all the members of this community were sharing their network with the others. So if one got in contact with somebody who would be interesting from like the subject or the work that they do, we were connecting each other to their network. So it was good. Like
Cool.
you also make a lot of new connections through the community.
Yeah. Yeah. And that will just grow. So that's cool. Can you discuss any unexpected benefits or opportunities that arose from your participation in this program?
Everything was unexpected.
So you
I
came
went
in with
with
no
like zero
expectations.
expectations, and I had 1,000%.
That's good. That's nice. Okay. And how has Marketing by Nature inspired you to innovate and differentiate your services in the eco creative market?
I think it gave the education to make educated decisions about niching down. So it's not just, okay, I want to work in that space, but it actually gave a reasoning to the decisions. to the decision to niche down, to specialize.
Yeah. Cool. And can you describe the ongoing support and resources available through Marketing by Nature that is like helping you sustain your momentum now and growth moving forward?
It's really nice to still have the community and to be in touch with the people and to kind of see how they are moving forward. And this gives a little bit of the momentum and the motivation. And then always when I need something new to learn or I'm insecure about a new subject, I can just go into the resources and find something about the subject that I'm insecure about.
How do you envision leveraging the principles of ethical marketing that you learned in Marketing by Nature to foster long-term client loyalty and advocacy?
So we learned in the program that it's very important to be honest and transparent about all the services or offers that we are providing, and this gives the best foundation to have a sustainable relationship with future clients.
What advice would you give to someone who wants to integrate sustainability and ethical practices into their existing marketing strategies, but don't know where to start? This could be like your colleague or your clients. Like, what would you?
I would say don't lie.
Yeah.
That's the easiest thing because you already know what you're doing and what you're not doing. And I think apart from like doing this program or getting super educated about the whole subject, I think the easiest thing is to just be honest in the communication.
Yeah, that's so important. So important, honesty and transparency. How do you feel about investing time and effort into marketing activities with the understanding that results may take time to materialize? Like we talked a little bit about it before, but like, how do you feel about that?
Well, it's always difficult to wait for the long-term results. I guess it is for everybody. Having all those materials and this kind of path to go gives hope that it will work in the future. It's not just shooting stuff out in the universe and hoping to land something.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Thank you for that. And who do you think would benefit most from joining this program?
People like me that they just started with their business in like it's like lesson one business business school. It gets you the base of what you can build on for your future business.
Yeah.
So if I would have this course when I just started 1 year ago, it would have been perfect timing, but like this it was just perfect.
Yeah. I feel maybe like sometimes it's good to have a little bit of experience as well so that you know the thing maybe some of the struggles that you've had, you wouldn't have known about them, you wouldn't have experienced them before, right? Like if you're just starting out, then you can use this to avoid making those mistakes. That saves time. Like perfect timing, I think. But also, like, if you've had the experience, then you can also say, yeah, I did do that. Now I know why that didn't work, right? So, yeah. And what would you say to somebody who is on the fence about joining?
Listen to you. No, like I said, I was secure about getting into the program from our call. So it's of course it's a time investment, it's a big money investment, but it's very important to have a strong base for building a sustainable business.
Yeah, absolutely. It kind of like hurts hurts me because I see so many talented creatives just going out there and just not having a strategy, just saying, okay, I've got this talent and I really want to help people who, companies who are doing good. And everybody knows how to do social media. They know how to post, right? And then so that's their strategy. And they just go out there and post, 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 and nothing's happening. They'll get like, a gig here or a gig there, and it's just not really working out. And they don't know why, but it's like kind of like being like just picking up the guitar and thinking you're going to be on stage like within a week or something, like like that hopeful wishful thinking that I don't need to I don't need a marketing strategy. I can just go out and do it because I know social media. But um anybody who is a professional athlete or a professional musician, they don't just go out there and like all of a
True.
sudden they're at the Super Bowl or whatever, or playing at Madison Square Garden. It just doesn't happen. They have to practice, 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 right? And they're just playing. So, like creatives, they're like trying to build a business, and that's like for me, that's the first step. Like you have to have that strategy. You can't just
Exactly.
and a lot of people come to me at the point where like, okay, I need to do SEO or I need to start advertising. It's like, wait a minute. Have and then I find out that they've skipped these first steps and they're trying to do like step 10 before they do step 1, 2, and 3. And and I don't know, there's a saying, I'll have to dig it up, but it, it, it talks about like taking one step at a time instead of trying to do one huge leap, because that doesn't work. Like our legs aren't long enough. So I think that's like super important. And whether it's with me or with somebody else or just trying to DIY it, please, just whatever you do, just get your strategy done, because otherwise you're just going to be marketing on the fly, just doing random acts of marketing and not really knowing what's working and all this stuff. So a lot of wasted time and frustration. And that's why I'm trying to avoid that. Trying to help people avoid that. Okay, moving forward, we're almost done. We only have a few more questions. How will you take your learnings from marketing by nature to reach your revenue and impact goals?
Trying to implement everything that we learned, and also keeping in mind that it's always progress over perfection.
Exactly.
And like this, step by step, always following what we learned in the program and progress over perfection, I will get to my goals at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, that progress over perfection, that's a huge one. That's a huge one. And yeah, because nothing's perfect, right? And so people, I feel like, especially creatives, like we want everything to be perfect. We want everything to be polished and not yeah, sloppy, right? We want to put out beauty into the world. And sometimes we just stand in our own way because nothing's ever perfect. So we're refining, 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 and not even trying to put it out there yet. So yeah, that's a big one. So I talk about that a lot, and try to help people move forward and just put it out there. Just
and it's so important. Yeah.
So is there anything else you would like to say?
It was really important to have the time to do the program, and I was maybe lucky, unlucky, but lucky that I had a lot of time in my hands, because it's like a full-time job to really implement everything and do all the homework. So that's a really important part, that one has the time and the motivation to go through it.
Yeah, yeah. It's a commitment. It's a commitment.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
it's a commitment to your business and to yourself. That's a lot of yeah, that's something that is also like a mindset shift. Like you don't just like, start a program and say, I'll get to it later. Like you have to commit to your business and say, okay, this is what I want. This is what I want to get out of it, and actually do the work. And but it's not like you don't, you only have that time and then it's gone. Like, so you're in it for life, and you'll get
Exactly.
the support for life, for the life of the program, that may or may not be my lifetime. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not planning on going anywhere.
Philosophical about it.
And so last question. If anybody is in the renewable energy sector and needs some help simplifying their complex solutions or services or whatever, how can they reach you?
You can reach me on my website, korlath.at, or on LinkedIn, Anna Korlath with Tage again.
Yeah, I'll link everything in the description so that people can easily find you. And yeah, that it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you, and I really appreciate your participation. You've been an exceptional student, and I'm just really grateful for you and the others, for making this, yeah, the best first iteration that it could have possibly had. Like, yeah, very grateful. So thank you.
Great
And
job. You did a great job.
thank you. Thank you. And yeah, thanks everybody for listening. And if you have any questions for me, then just let me know, write a comment or write to me personally, and we'll see you later. Okay. Thank you. Bye.